Hello friends. Today in this lecture we are going to study about the keys in a database management system. Now, what are the keys? There is the first basic type of key that we can see here. It can be seen as a super key. So what is a super key? Super key, it can be seen as a set of attributes that uniquely identify a record or a row in, or in technical terms, a tuple in a database table. So for example, if we have a database table student here, it is of a table of the database university. Now this table student, it will have the four attributes: library identification or library id, unique identification number uid, name, and class. So what is a super key? It can be seen as a set of attributes that uniquely identify a record or a row, or in technical terms, a tuple in a database table. So what does that mean? That means to say that if we take the attributes uid comma name, or uid comma class, or uid comma name comma class, or uid, all of these, they are example of super keys. The reason here is that they can uniquely identify a record or a row or a tuple in a table. Now when it comes to the second important type, it is the candidate key. So what is the candidate key? It is a minimal set of attributes that uniquely identify a record in a table. This minimal here is important. The reason here is that it cannot be any set of attributes that from which, if we remove some attributes, it still remains the key. It has to follow the minimum uh, property, or it must be the minimum set of attributes. Like for example, only uid here, it can act as a candidate key. The reason for this is that you it is the minimal set of attributes. If we had uid comma library id also, it is a super key but not a candidate key. The reason is that if you remove library id, still the uid will be the key there. So this is the difference between super key and candidate key. Candidate key, it is a minimal set of attributes. Now another type is the composite key, and these are examples of composite key. It has more than one attributes and it is a candidate key. So again, it is a minimal set of attributes and it has more than one attribute in it. Then another is simple key, which is consist of only one attribute, like the uid here. And then we have the primary key. So what is the primary key? The minimal set of attributes that uniquely identify a record in a table, and it is chosen from this candidate key. Like for example, library id and the uid, these two are the examples of candidate keys because they are minimal set of attributes. But we have chosen only uid here, so uid acts as the primary key. And what will the library id be? Library id will then be the alternate key. The reason for that is that it is a candidate key which is not currently the primary key, which we have not chosen the primary key. And when we do not choose it as the primary key, it is known as the alternate key because it has the minimal set of attributes. It is a candidate key, but it has not been chosen as a primary key. Composite key has more than one attributes, and the simple key, it has only one attribute. Now this super key, it is actually a superset of candidate key, and candidate key is a subset of super key. So every key in the super key set, every key, the like all of these keys, they are a part of super key, but only uid, it is a part of candidate key. So this is a superset. The super key is a superset of candidate key, and the candidate key, it is a subset of the super key. So these are the basic types of keys. Another key is the foreign key, which we will look in the next video. So thank you.